What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Friday, March 7th, 2025. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head on over to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. I got a lot of action on today's card. Not as much as I normally do, but still a fair bit. You know, we still got my college basketball play of the day, my dog of the day from college hoops, my NHL power play, and I got a package that contains all three if you want to get all three plays at a reduced price. You can also hop on a long-term pass. This is the best time to do it because Saturday's card, even though the college hoops action is starting to wind down, we still go high volume on Saturday. I have a lot of plays lined up. You know, we make the most of those Saturday cards. There's going to be plenty of action, so make sure that you jump on board. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout. Again, 15% off your purchase. But we're here to talk about the 6-game NHL card that we have lined up for Friday's action. Lots of money to be made, some tricky spots once again, but we're going to break them down. You guys know the drill. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game comes to us from the Prudential Center, where the New Jersey Devils take on the Winnipeg Jets. And I'm going to just preface this before this first game and say that for all the bets today, tread very, very lightly, because it is the trade deadline in the NHL. I'm going to try to update it as much as I can. If there's moves that have been made, there may be guys that have moved by the time this video is recorded. We'll have it up to date as soon as possible, so just a heads up for that. But again, with the New Jersey Devils and the Winnipeg Jets here, I've gone back and forth on this one, and it's not a strong play for me here. But I am going to lean towards the Winnipeg Jets in this game because the New Jersey Devils just continue to find ways to be inconsistent. The Winnipeg Jets are 20-11 on the road this season. They finally got back on track on the road with a win over the Philadelphia Flyers. And you likely see Connor Hellebuyck here, which is a big deal for the Winnipeg Jets on the second half of the back-to-back. In this one, Eric Comrie looked really good against the Flyers. And I think he can do so here against New Jersey Devils, who are kind of just reeling and trying to find which way is up now that they have to deal without Jack Hughes for the rest of the season. So I'm going to lean towards the Winnipeg Jets on the money line in this one. I think we're getting a great price with Winnipeg on a back-to-back, but I think the Jets get the job done here. Now we head to the Capital One Arena, where the Washington Capitals take on the Detroit Red Wings. Bit of a hefty price here for the Washington Capitals, but I'm still going to roll with Washington in this game, mainly because right now it looks like you're going to have two teams that are starting to head in different directions. And the Detroit Red Wings have been a very streaky team this season, and it's usually you take the approach of you ride the Red Wings until they lose a game, they start to cool off, and then you fade them until they start to heat up and get back on track. Right now we're in one of those runs where you just keep fading the Detroit Red Wings until they get back on track. They've lost 4 in a row by a combined score of 16-8 in those 4 games. 3 of those 4 games have been decided by multiple goals. All 4 have been decided in regulation. Like I said, the Detroit Red Wings are just struggling right now. The Washington Capitals back on track with back-to-back victories. 19-7-6 at home this season. They've got a great point percentage on home ice. I'm going to take the Capitals to win this one inside of 60 minutes. I think they get the job done in regulation. Now we head to the United Center, where the Chicago Blackhawks take on the Utah Hockey Club. And this was a tough one for me, mainly because this is a bit of a heftier price I want to lay with Utah, and Chicago has been more competitive at home, and they've been just more competitive overall as of late. I feel like they got shafted in that loss to the Ottawa Senators. I think that puck was kicked in. But fact of the matter is that Chicago took the loss there, and Utah is just a team that plays better on the road. Right now, they've won 4 of their last 5 games overall, and what's more impressive for Utah is that the bulk of the recent wins since the Four Nations break have been at home. They did beat Detroit on the road, and they picked up wins over Washington and Columbus on the road before the break. So I'll give Utah their flowers. I think that they get the job done here. I can't get there consistently with the Chicago Blackhawks. If we were catching plus 200, maybe have me taking a shot on Chicago here, but only at plus 140. I got to roll with the Utah Hockey Club on the money line in this one. Now we head to this matchup between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Pittsburgh Penguins from T-Mobile Arena. And the Vegas Golden Knights are, back home, and they've been playing some fantastic hockey in this current homestand that they've been on. They've won 3 in a row, and they've won 4 straight home games as well. They've outscored teams in those home games by a combined score of 18-8. They've outscored their opponents 15-7 over the course of this 3-game homestand that they recently had. And the final home game of the homestand will be the next game against LA. But right now, it's just hard to go against Vegas in Vegas. I mean, Pittsburgh, for me, they're the originators of my do not bet list, because every time you think that Pittsburgh might turn the corner, they fall flat, and they've started to do it again. You know, they won against Philadelphia. Think, well, maybe this team can get back on track, and then they lose their next 3. They've lost 8 of their last 10. It's been just a bunch of poor performances for Pittsburgh since the Four Nations break. This is a Pittsburgh team that has allowed 4 or more goals in 6 of the 7 games played since the break. So I'm going to keep fading Pittsburgh here. I'm going to go with the Golden Knights in regulation and a healthy sprinkle on the -1.5 puck line. Now we head to Rogers Arena, where the Vancouver Canucks take on the Minnesota Wild. And the Vancouver Canucks, they're a team that plays their best hockey on the road. It's been like this the entire season. I get that Minnesota is still banged up. Still have, Joel Eriksson Ek listed on the injury report, Kirill Kaprizov. And, Minnesota's had their issues, but they're on back-to-back wins. They just got a win in Seattle 4-3, built on their road record this season, which is strong at 22-9-3. And, now you go to Vancouver to take on a Vancouver team that I don't think should be favored at home. They just beat Anaheim 3-2, but it was a game that was very dicey. The scoring issues are still there for Vancouver, who have scored 3 goals or less in each of their last 10 games. And I think that Minnesota's the better team in this matchup, catching plus money. So give me the Minnesota Wild on the road. And this one's a lean because it's still the price looks a little bit funky, but I'll still stick with the Wild on the money line in this game. Our final game takes us to the Honda Center, where the Anaheim Ducks take on the St. Louis Blues. And I honestly think the Anaheim Ducks' little run that they were on might be coming to an end. And I'm not going to just automatically fade Anaheim the rest of the way, but St. Louis is on a roll right now. They've won 5 of their last 6, 6 of their last 8. They've looked really good doing so. They've been picking up road wins over LA, Washington. They did lose at Dallas. It's the only thing standing between them and a 6-game win streak coming into this game, but St. Louis is playing very well. Anaheim, they're not playing terribly, but they've been inconsistent. They've dropped 4 of their last 6. Head-to-head, St. Louis has won the last 8 meetings between these two teams, including a 6-2 win in St. Louis earlier this year. I got to roll with the St. Louis Blues here. Like I said, I want to see if the Ducks' run is going to be sustainable or if this is where it's starting to really tail off. So lean towards the Blues for me on the money line to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Friday, March 7th, 2025. Again, if you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head to pickdawgz.com and click the premium picks tab at the top of the page. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys soon.